Hi guys, welcome to my very first ASMR video for the new series that I'm going to start. We will be having a lot of League lore in ASMR style, and I really do hope enjoy it. The first one today is actually going to be Nami, the Tide Caller, a headstrong young Vestaya of the seas. Nami uses her mythical Tide Caller stuff to reshape the tides and defend her fellow Marai from danger. The first of her kind to leave the ocean and venture into dry land, Nami faces the unthinkable with grit, determination, and daring mettle. In the seas to the west of Mount Tarragon dwells a tribe of Vestaya known as the Marai. Long ago, these mermaidic creatures discovered a rift in the depth. The rift bore a horrible, creeping darkness, which sought to exterminate all forms of life. At the center of the village, the Marai placed a glowing rock, known as the Moonstone, which is said to be infused with the celestial magic of the heavens. Its haunting, ethereal light protects the Marai from the creatures that crawl from the abyss. Every 100 years or so, the Moonstone's light begins to dim. At that moment, the tribe chooses their fiercest warrior and bestows upon them the title of the Tide Caller. The Tide Caller must plunge into the icy darkness of the rift, survive the horrors within, and retrieve an abyssal pearl. If successful, the Tide Caller rises to shore, where a luminous wanderer from Tarragon's peak awaits, with a moonstone to trade for the pearl. It is an arduous ritual that holds the fate of many in its elusive hands, but the exchange has kept the creatures of the dark contained. In the past, the Marai had sent troops of their own most elite warriors to collect the pearl, but they learned the more forces they sent into the rift, the stronger the monsters became, as if it fed on their energy. While an army would be annihilated by the abominations below, a single scout, armed with a legendary Marai staff capable of controlling the tides, could potentially elude the dangers of the deep long enough to escape with the pearl. Nami had always wanted to be the Tide Caller, but she was impulsive and young. A fierce fighter, she was known amongst the Marai for her stubborn determination, which often got her in trouble. In Nami's adolescence, the Moonstone once again dimmed for the first time in a century. Nami attempted the trial of the Tide Caller. Due to her impulsiveness, however, the elders chose Riiasya, a prudent warrior known for his level head in battle, as their Tide Caller. Riiasya dove into the depths of the abyss. A week passed, then another. An entire month, the Marai waited for the Tide Caller's return, but there was no sign of Riiasya. No Tide Caller had ever failed to return. The elders waited and argued while the Moonstone grew faint, but Nami knew someone had to take up the mantle of the Tide Caller soon, or all would be lost. Nami grabbed her mother's bathy staff and plunged into the abyss. After several days, she returned with the pearl and the fallen Tide Caller stuff, and a look of quiet horror in her eyes. Though furious at her impertinence, the village elders nonetheless admired Nami's bravery and officially designated her Tide Caller. Nami ascended to the surface and rode the tide to shore to meet the landwalker. The stone bearer, however, was nowhere to be found. Instead, an elderly woman waited on the beach. The woman, whose grandparents bore witness to the last Tide Caller exchange, explained that there was no moonstone. The aspect of the moon was the only being who could conjure a moonstone, but she had fled Tarragon. Nami was unwilling to accept this. She vowed to find the aspect and retrieve the moonstone. The lives of her people depended on it. Using the power of the mythical Tidecaller staff to summon a perpetual pool of moving water beneath her, Nami took to land to continue her quest. Determined, the Tidecaller swam into a brand new world. Alright guys, this was my first ever ASMR video. I really do hope you liked it. I had a lot of fun making it. If you would like to see more of this content, maybe leave a like, leave a subscription, leave a comment, let me know which champion you would like to hear next from, and I hope I see you soon. Thank you so much for watching. Peace and out. See you soon guys. Bye.